Anthony Michael Hall, the brain of the Brat Pack.
Much love and welcome, Astronomiconers, from the four corners of the globe to right here in Sterling Heights. The anticipation and excitement for February 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Wyndham Garden continues to swell. The lights of Astronomicon are beginning to peek over the horizon, and we are here to discuss all the reasons for the seasons. The A-list celebrity lineup joining us. This is AstronomiConfidential, and thank you for joining me. For nearly 40 years, today's featured guests have been one of entertainment's most iconic screen actors, a performer and perfectionist that has helped bring to life stories from industry's giants like Harold Ramis, Christopher Nolan, John Hughes, Tim Burton, Brad Pitt, and Ben Affleck, while acting as a muse and inspiration for a generation of young actors that came after. Astronomicon is honored to welcome film and television icon Anthony Michael Hall. 2017's Netflix original film War Machine marked Anthony Michael Hall's 35th year of delivering critically acclaimed, unique, and thought-provoking roles to the big screen. Hall starred alongside heavyweights Brad Pitt, Sir Ben Kingsley, and Tilda Swinton as Major General Glenn Pulver, based on the now-disgraced General Michael Flynn in the provocative, satirical comedy. The role is only the latest example of the talent and performance and genius of Anthony Michael Hall, who, since the age of 8, has transformed himself physically and mentally to portray a broad base of characters, from comedic foils to the most serious and dramatic biographical characters. Born in Boston's West Roxbury neighborhood, the only son of a jazz cabaret singer, Anthony Michael Hall was exposed to the performing arts at a very early age. After a bi-coastal relocation landed the Hall family in New York City, Anthony would land his first important stage role at the young age of 8, and his first film by 14. Anthony Michael Hall's trajectory as one of the most popular young actors of his generation began with his portrayal of Rusty Griswold, trapped in a station wagon with comedy legend Chevy Chase in 1983's National Lampoon's Vacation. The Harold Ramis directed comedy hit exposed the young Hall not only to filmgoers the world over, but also to his comedic peers, as he went laugh for laugh with his co-stars Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, John Candy, and Randy Quaid. Hall's natural talent, timing, and look was noticed by Vacation writer John Hughes, who would team up with Hall as his muse to create an unofficial trilogy of teen angst comedies, catapulting Hall and many other young actors into international superstardom. As girl-crazy geek Ted pursuing Molly Ringwald's Samantha in 1984's 16 Candles, Hall connected as the relatable geek, influenced and based on a younger John Hughes himself. The likable yet bullied archetype would continue into his next role, the youngest of a legendary ensemble cast that included 16 Candles co-star Molly Ringwald, as well as Brat Pack members Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, and Emilio Estevez in the 1985 hit drama The Breakfast Club. The 5 young Hollywood luminaries portrayed high school stereotypes, serving a Saturday morning detention, and explored themes of self versus social identity, as well as the limitations and advantages of privilege. Later that year, Anthony Michael Hall's next John Hughes film would be far less serious, using teenage desire and technology to conjure up his perfect woman in Weird Science. The comedic fantasy allowed Hall to display quite a comedic range while touching on issues relatable to every adolescent in America. This comedic pedigree was noticed by producer Lorne Michaels, who would hire the then 17-year-old actor with no sketch comedy experience to be the youngest Saturday Night Live cast member of all time, a record unbroken since. Lorne would also bring Hall's friend and Weird Science co-star Robert Downey Jr. into Studio 8H in SNL's 11th season, allowing the now lifelong friends to explore and exercise their individual comedic sensibilities. After a year of weekly live comedy, Anthony Michael Hall wished to expand and diversify his roles before becoming unfortunately typecast as the geek and class clown he had become famous as. The 1986 thriller Out of Bounds, followed by a role as star quarterback in Johnny Be Good in 1988, showed he fit as much on the field as in the lab. Hall then packed on pounds of muscle to portray Jim, the main antagonist opposite Johnny Depp in Tim Burton's fantasy drama Edward Scissorhands in 1990. Anthony Michael Hall continued to transform himself routinely through the 90s and the 2000s, portraying a gay con man opposite Will Smith in the critically acclaimed 6 Degrees of Separation in 1993. Returning to his geek roots in the biographical role of home computing luminary Bill Gates in the Emmy-nominated Pirates of Silicon in 1999, followed by another real-life portrayal, that of Hall of Fame southpaw pitcher Whitey Ford in the HBO film 61 in 2001. In 2002, Anthony Michael Hall would be tapped as star and co-executive producer of USA Network's The Dead Zone, based on the Stephen King novel of the same name. Hall's portrayal of a teacher who developed special powers after being in a coma ran for 6 seasons from 2002 to 2007 and was one of the highest-rated cable programs of the time. In 2008, Hall reappeared on the big screen in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight as Gotham City reporter Mike Ingle, chasing the story of Heath Ledger's Joker and Christian Bale's Batman. He would lend his teen comedy legacy and credibility to a recurring role on MTV's Awkward in 2013, seamlessly transitioning from television to film and back again. He joined Steve Carell and Channing Tatum down the biographical rabbit hole of John DuPont and Mark Schultz in 2014's Academy Award-nominated film Foxcatcher. A 2016 cameo in Ben Affleck's period crime drama Live by Night kept his face on screen, leading to his role in Ben's good friend Brad Pitt's 2017 Netflix film War Machine. Based on the Michael Hastings bestseller The Operators, Anthony Michael Hall's role was based on General Michael Flynn, who served in Afghanistan before becoming the disgraced former national security advisor to President Trump. One of his most realistic and truthful performances ever. Besides acting, Anthony Michael Hall runs Manhattan Films, his own production company, and has several projects in development, including a possible TV series with his lifelong friend and collaborator, Robert Downey Jr. Anthony Michael Hall can be seen next on the big screen October 16th, 2020, in the highly anticipated Blumhouse horror sequel, Halloween Kills, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Hall portrays Tommy Doyle, one of the original film kids, all grown up. All Grown Up is a fantastic way to describe the life and career of Anthony Michael Hall, a performer who since the young age of 8 successfully navigated all the landmines of growing up in the entertainment business while displaying a talent and work ethic that has earned him a lifetime of roles and accolades. A lifetime in front of the camera has made Anthony Michael Hall a member of many people's lives, and you can see the man live in person February 8th at Astronomicon. Who's ready to meet the brain of the Brat Pack? February 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2020, visit Michigan's most exciting and legend-packed pop culture experience, Astronomicon. The Wyndham Garden, Sterling Heights plays host to Anthony Michael Hall and an A-list celebrity lineup including WWE superstar Alexa Bliss, horror icons Bill Moseley and Lloyd Kaufman, Dirt Nasty, also known as Simon Rex, and many, many more. I'll be there. My name is Dustin, and I am the Astronomicon champ. Until next time, this has been AstronomiConfidential.
Sure, the Afghan ambassador here is from Afghanistan.
You're welcome.
How's it going? Talking about how you can simulate all that stuff on your computer. You know? What's the difference? Why can't we simulate a girl?
Hey, Michigan, Anthony Michael Hall here. Come meet me at Astronomicon Saturday, February 8th. During the day, we're having a great time. And then at night, we're doing a screening of one of my movies and a live Q&A over at the Crowfoot. That's right, the Crowfoot Pontiac. So come join us for both events. We're going to have a great time. Get your tickets now. We'll have some laughs, and I'll see you there. All the best.